So you've probably heard of salary sacrifice pension contributions, and it is one of the most tax efficient ways that you can save for the future. But what actually is it? How does it work, and what's actually going to be changing in a few years' time? Let me give you a bit of a breakdown. So the typical way that you pay into a pension is that you will pay tax and national insurance contributions on your income, and then you'll pay into your pension whatever's left over afterwards. Now, salary sacrifice basically flips that, and what you're essentially doing is you're agreeing to give up a portion of your salary, and in exchange, your employer will pay that straight into your pension before it goes through payroll, so before any tax or national insurance actually comes off that. So I've made this visual to hopefully help you guys understand the mechanics of what's going on here, and we're going to look at this example of what happens when you're not using salary sacrifice, and we're just going to assume a basic rate taxpayer for this example. We're going to assume that they've used all their personal allowance, so they're getting taxed, income tax 20% and paying national insurance rate of 8%. So we'll look at £1,000 of salary just to keep it simple. Income tax of 20%, you're losing £200 to income tax, you'd be losing £80 to national insurance, and you'd end up with £720 in net pay. After that, then you'd have that £720 you could contribute to a pension, and HMRC would add tax relief back onto that at 20%, which would gross that up to £900 altogether. So you'd be getting £180 in tax relief on that £720. So you can see it's still very tax efficient, because instead of having £720 in your pocket, you're getting £900 into your pension. Now, here's why salary sacrifice is so attractive and so many people do actually use it, because with salary sacrifice, as I said earlier, it's not going through payroll, it's going straight into your pension. You're giving up your salary, so that full £1,000 is going in. So there's £100 saving there in this example on that £1,000 slice of salary. Now, there's another bonus as well, because your employer actually saves 15% national insurance on these contributions as well. So some employers do pass on this saving to their employees, and I always say it's worth being cheeky and ask your employer, if you are currently paying into your pension via salary sacrifice, will they add in some or even part of the saving into your pension, because even if it's only part, you're still quids in. Now, there are some changes coming into play in April 2029, which are really worth knowing, because this national insurance perk that I've just shown you is going to be getting capped, and it's only going to be attracting this NI relief on the first £2,000 of pension contributions each year via salary sacrifice. After that, you'll have to pay your national insurance, but it's still going to attract income tax relief, so it's still going to be very tax efficient. And given that there are changes coming into play, you've got a bit of a window to sort of maximise this benefit. But with these types of decisions, I'd always recommend speaking to a qualified professional. This is purely for education, it's not advice.